So today's feature was Sean Baker's Tangerine. I was a really big fan of his previous film Starlet, which I also came to late because I remember when it was in theaters. It was actually in the theaters that I was working at in San Francisco, and I was gonna go, and then it was not in theaters anymore by the time I had a shift off, and so I missed that one when it was in theaters, and I got to see it when it was on Netflix, and it's a great film about the Valley. Let's put it that way. It's a great film about the Valley. So in Tangerine, obviously I couldn't see it last year because it was directed by a man, and I was one of the few films where I was really super bummed about not being able to see. For multiple reasons. One, Sean Baker is a great filmmaker. Two, a transgender film with actual transgender women playing transgender women. That is fucking amazing. And three, it's a Los Angeles film. And not only is it a Los Angeles film, it's a Los Angeles film about a part of Los Angeles and people who live in Los Angeles that are often not in films. So that was kind of wonderful. The main plot is that the lead character, Cindy, has just gotten out of prison. She is a sex worker, and her pimp is also her boyfriend. She is having a Christmas Eve donut with her best friend, Alexandra, when she's about to tell Alexandra something about her and her boyfriend, and Alexandra interrupts her by saying, "Oh, I'm glad you're about to leave his cheating ass." And then she's like, "What?" And that's not what she was going to tell her. And so then she spends the rest of the film trying to track down the girl that her boyfriend's having an affair with, or cheated on her with. Meanwhile, Alexandra is getting ready for a concert that she's giving, or a show. And then interspersed throughout that is some great shots of this Armenian cab driver and some horrible, horrible people that he picks up and has in his cab. And then all of these sort of stories end up intersecting together in this really great scene in Donut Time. Actually filmed in Donut Time. And I gotta say, early in the film, when they're at Donut Time at the beginning and they walk past this really great Indian restaurant that's on Highland and Santa Monica, it really is a really great Indian restaurant. You should go to it. It looks like a hole in the wall, but it's delicious. So this is what's happening. Lots of shit goes down. It's Christmas Eve. The whole movie takes place on Christmas Eve. There's a great cameo from Clu Gallagher, who's always at the New Bev. If you hang out at the New Bev, you will meet him and talk to him. And one time he asked me if I was in a punk band, and I took that as a compliment. I am not in a punk band, but I do have a mohawk. So, Anyways, this is a great film. It's a buddy comedy. It's a revenge comedy. It is a girl wronged comedy. It is about sisterhood and sororal love, and it's also about down and out characters in LA that are just all about the hustle, doing what they can to survive. And it has probably one of my favorite final scenes I've seen in cinema in a long time. It's a perfect, beautiful cap to the film. Just gorgeous. So the producers, which are I'm not sure which of the producers, but some of the executive producers are the Duplass brothers. They put up the money for the film, I guess. And the big thing about the film is that it was shot on iPhones due to budgetary constraints, but they really pulled it off. It's got some of the most beautiful cinematography. I love LA films because I love the LA landscape, both the kinds of buildings that you find, but the colors and the palm trees. And there's a great shot at the Vermont and Santa Monica metro stop that's quite gorgeous. It's just beautifully shot, and I hope it gets a nod for its cinematography. I know that people are like, this isn't shot on film and it's not even shot with real cameras or whatever, but fuck that. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And then two, it's making history. It's the producers are running the very first campaign for openly transgender performers, which is amazing. And the women have also been nominated for Independent Spirit Awards, and I believe Maya Taylor has already won a few awards. She's my pick. I would love to see her get a supporting actress Oscar. She should win, but she should at least get a nomination. She's so good and has such an amazing screen presence, and I can't wait to see more from her. This is just a wonderful film, and it is on Netflix, and you should watch it because it is just so great. And you can add it to the canon of like alt Christmas films, and also buddy comedies. It's like the buddy comedy Christmas film we all deserve. So anyways, that was Sean Baker's Tangerine. It came out last July. It is on Netflix. I highly recommend you see it.